It's 20 laps of a 1K loop. It's a dog leg. You've got 2 turns. There's some cobbles. There's crowds. There's a bend. It's tight. It'll be wet because the boys have just raced. So I knew this morning this was not for the faint-hearted, and it would easily overwhelm you if you were a bit passive. So I knew to get my aggro on.
You are an Olympic champion. There are not enough superlatives. Could you ever have dreamed of this moment?
I mean, it's surreal. I think, even dreaming to get to the Olympics, initially I was like, do I dare to dream that big? And, is it possible? It felt so unattainable. And then when I got there, I was like, you know what, anything is possible. Kite cross, it's so much like, I think getting through round 1 and then getting through the next stage and never backing down and never giving up, and years of hard work, and today just planned out to perfection. And I never stood down my guard. I just kept fighting, and it's a dream. It's a dream come true.
Seems like this team is pretty remarkable. You've had a change of coach earlier this year as well. Tell me how special this group is.
We came in, we've taken it game by game, we've won every game up and so far. It's just that self-belief, and also just being present in the moment, and just we're here to, our goal was to be fun, energetic, ruthless, and I think we've shown that.
And how about the pressure? I mean, you mentioned that it was there. I know your dad says pressure is the price you have to pay of entry. That's right. How did you feel? I mean, there was a lot of expectation on you. Did you feel that? And I guess what sort of strategies do you have to cope with that pressure?
I felt significantly more pressure this year because in Tokyo there were no spectators. Today there were about 30 family in Team Gem t-shirts yelling my name. And you want to do well for them because you know how excited they'll be. You want to show gratitude for the 15-year journey this has taken since Little Athletics. But it's a careful balance of wanting that medal but not needing it. It's really a nuanced difference. So not needing it for your own self-worth or feeling, that people love you, but wanting it, saying, I'm willing to give this a crack and be tough. And if it doesn't happen, the sun will rise tomorrow, but let's give it a go.
Over 4 days, it seemed like, every run you had a real ability to read the water, and you sort of built throughout the 4 days. You must have had a huge amount of confidence from your early runs.
Yeah, I was definitely in the beefier side of the bracket, and a few people told me that, and I just thought of my qualification race in Prague and how my semi-final was really hard, and that's great because I just knock out the best ones when I go through, and then it gets progressively easier. So it's just, I think it's a real mind game of, persistence, of not backing down and refreshing after each heat. The race isn't over until you cross the line.
Do you guys have the same mindset going into races? How does she approach them versus how you approach them?
I think, we're both very competitive, and I think the cross suits her in that if she gets out well, she can stay in front and she can attack and she can be really good. And she had first choice every time because she won the heat, she won the quarters, so she got to choose her lane, and she stuck with the same strategy, and it worked so well for her off the start every time. So it's just, what? I'm just absolutely incredible. She's Olympic champion. She's Olympic champion, and she has worked so hard for that.